Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tim Jones, the voice of Jacksonville Pool. Well, guys, I'm joined now by a very special treat. I love the fact now we've had multiple streams with him on here. Mr. Davenport, how you doing, sir?
Hey, just fine. Run into a little young whippersnapper earlier there in my
Yes,
match.
you did.
And I played pretty good on him. I made a couple of mistakes, but, he made just a few more, I believe.
Yeah, 100%. I was giving him props. We can see people come up against you and know your name and the legend behind you, and well earned, well deserved, by the way. But it's funny how I've seen some people, be like, well, it is what it is. I wasn't expected to win. I couldn't have told you that he didn't expect to win against you. He had a lot of heart going in that game, and I love seeing that attitude.
Yeah, I think he might have. I like this. They're lagging. Everybody's flipping coins, but
I like the lag too.
if you flip a coin and then you lose the flip, and then the guy runs 2 or 3 racks on you, I'd rather lose the lag and it was my fault rather than
Bingo.
just kind of out of a little luck or something.
Bingo. I'm the exact same way about that, 100%.
So Shannon, I don't know much about this other gentleman. I've watched him play a little bit. He looks like he plays pretty good, but I know Shannon can really play.
Oh, yeah. Kyle actually is one of the cooks here, so.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. He's one of the chefs in the back, and it's funny. I always tell him, man, I was like, you spoil me every time because he'll bring out the food and stuff, and he'll ask me my honest opinion too. He's like be legit. I mean, does it taste good? I'm like, yeah. Like I just had the egg sandwich this morning, and it was amazing. So delicious.
Yeah, I see a lot of people eating here. So I've ate here several times. So food's all good.
Oh yeah, definitely is. And Mr. Davenport, always love having you here. By the way, very much an honor and pleasure. By the way, so thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. Let's see what we got. Hopefully we'll watch some run out 9-ball here.
Yeah, let's see a nice little break and run.
Well, I'm sure we'll see that during the course of this match. I mean, I would almost have to bet money on it that somebody's going to break and run out.
Because still, I've not heard of the player named Jackson Schultz. I think that's how it's pronounced. Shutlz. I'm assuming it's Schultz. But I have not, Castile. Hey, Carter's for Team Kyle. Let's go. Show the love.
Okay, he's breaking from the middle of the table.
You don't always see that, though.
Yeah,
almost getting a 9 off the snap.
I usually get a lot of action from the side rail. If I'm not doing nothing spectacular on the break, I'll move it to the center. But I was able to control my cue ball just a little bit better off the side rail. I felt a little more in my bridge and stance were just a little more firm than
there we go.
And breaking from the center. Well, he's made a ball, but he's got a little unlucky here not to get a shot. So 4 might be on the side. I just can't see the angle. We'll see what happens.
Thank you, my buddy. Y'all been taking a photo of us here. Looks like you have to just go defense on the 1. He left it dead on in that left-hand side or left-hand corner pocket.
Yeah, I couldn't see if he miscued or he was just trying to get the cue ball behind the 4, but
I think if he couldn't, he may have should have just left maybe the 1 ball towards that top short rail instead. Maybe just overhit it.
Or just thin the 1 ball and go down behind the 5. That's
oh yeah,
the shot.
Yep, I would like that.
Right behind there.
I tell you, we were, of course, talking about you on stream, and one of my favorite things I feel like with your gameplay is that you don't overexert extra energy on the cue ball if it's not necessary. And I like to think of myself as a kind of a pocket speed player.
Right.
So I really enjoy watching you play because I feel like I learn a lot from the way you play, whereas some players really let their stroke through and, they'll go 2 or 3 times between the long rails for certain shots when, I'm like, I don't feel like it's necessary. Like, why are you hitting it so hard?
Well, sometimes players get carried away. They feel like they're invincible. They feel like I can't miss. It's a small table, but that's not really so. You get on a funny angle, and it's tough.
I like that. I haven't even thought about that, but you're right. There are plenty of people that talk about the 7-foot bar boxes in that regards.
He's probably going to shoot this in the 6 on the side. I mean, he could come up for the corner, but yeah, just
there we go.
Little combination coming up. Go 2 rails out for shape or 3. Back where the cue ball's at right now.
This is one of my favorite shots right here is when you have that little side pocket and get to run the 3 rails right there. It's just such a smooth shot. I have to watch myself because I have so much fun with it that sometimes those are the ones that I will actually overhit. It's bad of me, but I enjoy them too much. Shannon up 1-0 in the race to 7, guys. Keep in mind this is still on the winner's side here. We did just start the tournament just a little bit ago, so pretty much for a hot moment here, at least the next few matches will probably still be the winner side, and eventually we'll get to the one-loss side bracket. True double elimination, which is great to see. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, I had not even seen or heard of Shannon before I came down here in December. I think he was here in December, or maybe it was January. But he is really, really a real good player. But if you watch him play, he looks like he's just a run-of-the-mill player. He stands up on the ball. He doesn't really have a wide stance.
Yep.
Doesn't do anything fancy, but he don't miss no balls.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. That's for sure. It's funny. I've seen him in some crazy predicaments for his shots and everything, and it blows my mind. I've never once seen him get flustered, frustrated, nothing about a shot at all ever. Like I'm gonna say he doesn't have a care in the world. I mean that with the utmost respect, because he cares about his game, but he just doesn't let any of it bother him at all. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's just solid all the way around. Like I said, if you met this guy in the bar somewhere playing, look how he stands up on the ball. It's like, okay, well, I can beat this guy.
Yeah.
But no, you can't.
Yeah,
no, you can't either.
See, guys, it's as if like it's almost like Kim overheard our match, but he couldn't have because he was playing when we said this. I've told people my favorite thing, and I say it all times. I love when people underestimate when they first meet Shannon and don't know about him, and they're like, yeah, like just like you said, they're like, I can beat this guy. It's not a problem. And then you see him on the table, and you're like, oh, what did I what did I get myself into? What did I do? Oh man,
That's what he's thinking right now.
yeah, he's a little predicament now with that 5-ball.
Yeah, he didn't come down far enough for the 3. He could just roll it and send it to the rail and get behind the 8, or he could cut it in. I mean, I can't really tell the angle. It's hard to see the angle. Yeah, he could cut it in.
He was able to slice that very thinly.
Cut the paint off that one, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely did. Absolutely did. I like that.
Now, these shots here, they look awful easy enough, but it's really not. Because he's got a pretty good cut. He's on the rail, and he'll just go one rail back out to the center of the table, I'm sure. See how easy he makes everything look? Just pretty good stuff.
Yes, he does. Yeah, barely tapped that right hand long rail here.
Well, he beat Tommy Kennedy in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
I finished 4th, I think, that tournament. And I think I arrived home about a 2-hour drive at 4 in the morning. And
Yep.
I think it ended like when the sun was coming up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was packing things up around 6:30.
Okay, there you go.
It was wild. It was really wild, but it was good.
Yeah, I think we had 57 players or something that tournament. I'm not sure, but there was quite a few.
Yeah, it was a great time. Very, very good time. I enjoyed it. I was telling Chad that I think I agree with you that we'll probably be, with this one having the 42 mark, we'll probably 2 o'clock in the morning would be realistic.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. Well, good start for Shannon Fitch against Kyle here, up 2-0. And kind of leaving Kyle in the seat for a hot moment here. Castile, are you asking me who my favorite singer is, or are you asking Mr. Davenport who his favorite singer is?
Favorite singer?
Yeah, favorite singer.
My favorite singer? Well, he had just passed Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, yes.
I love Jimmy Buffett's music. Just the stories that he told. His voice isn't like Elvis or somebody like that, but I really was a Jimmy Buffett fan.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's one of the ones, I talked about this before. I love music. Grew up in band all throughout middle school and high school and marching band and stuff. And it's amazing when you see people that are able to expand outside of their genre. And like we were talking about recently with Toby Keith passing and everything, I was like, you didn't have to be a country music fan to enjoy Toby Keith.
Right, exactly.
And it's amazing.
This 7-ball.
What's
Is
your
that
thoughts on
7-ball on the knuckle, or is it off?
It's slightly off of the
Is it
knuckle by
slightly off?
just a smidge, but I mean it's slightly above it though.
It doesn't look like it'll go on the side, is what I'm trying to say. If it doesn't, he's going to have to get pretty good position.
Yeah, it's definitely it's the problem. It's the one thing that may slow him down.
There
in
we
this
go.
rack.
Okay, there you go.
Got a little knock on it. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's those high Fargo players right there, guys. That's that right there, knowing how to handle that situation.
Yeah,
and not shying
I
away
thought he
from
could
it.
be in trouble a little bit there with that ball. There, he just he was trying to run into it straight in the face. And why his position was a little bad there is because he broke the 7 up.
Yep.
And the cue ball came too far down. If he would have hit the 7 full in the face, then he could have just rolled the 5 and the 6 was straight in.
There we go.
But he caught it on the top side, and cue ball came down table more. So he'll just try to put the cue behind the 9, I'm sure. Leave the 6 right in there.
All right, guys, these are those critical moments here. You heard what Mr. Davenport said he would do right here in this instance. Pay attention to what Shannon does as well, and take in this information, guys. These are the sort of critical shots and understanding of how to really just hit the brakes for just a second. No, you need to play defensive and just play it smart. Played it smart, he did. There we go.
I don't know if he's fully snookered him, but he's at least half the ball.
See, I love this too. When you know you've done it successfully here, and you see somebody that normally gets down on the cue ball very fast, when it takes him a moment before he gets down on that cue ball, he's really looking at the shot. You know you've made a good defensive shot. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. This is a great question. Steele on YouTube said, "Who is your favorite junior player, Mr. Davenport?"
My favorite junior, probably Jazz. And I'm trying to think of his last name right now. But if you follow the juniors, you'll know who he is. J-A-S, Jazz. Met him a couple years ago in Norfolk. Good young man.
I don't know if I'm going to pronounce his last name. Makani?
That might be why I had forgot it, because I couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah, it's
Jazz, yeah.
M-A-K-H-A-N-I. I'm assuming Makani. I'll definitely have to check him out. I've been there. We go. Yep, Harry was getting it. Jason Makani Jazz. Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
Good. And of course, the girls, the Roadrunner, and then what's the other real good?
Sophia.
She won. Sophia, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sophia Mast.
Sophia
Savannah
Mast,
Easton.
Savannah Easton. Those are the two.
Yeah.
They played in the finals in Norfolk when I was doing the commentary up there.
They're a blast.
Back in November. Yeah.
Absolute blast. Very, very good stand-up people too. You want to talk about? I'm so impressed too with their age and their drop 7. No, he might have had this rack from Shannon. That 7 would have dropped. He hit it so good too. Wow. But I have to give them such props. Their ability to lock in on a game and really just focus and dive in. And although I haven't seen Savannah live in person, I was very impressed by Sophia, because you look how tall she is and everything, and definitely on a 9-foot table, height can be an advantage. Her ability to get cue ball positioning where she doesn't have to, she still will, but where she doesn't have to use the bridge on a consistent basis is crazy. And then her ability of using the bridge as well as she does is also crazy. It's wild to me, but she does such an amazing job.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to if and when I'll get to see Savannah in person. That's another one that I really cannot wait.
Yeah, and Raw Hana does a great job with the juniors.
There we go. Yeah,
he really does. He's to be commended.
It's so important too. I really want to see this sport continue to grow and develop. And without the juniors, it just isn't going to happen. So.
Yeah, I was wishing, like I told them last time I was down there, that I wish when I was coming up we had a junior program, but there was no such thing back in the day. Well, what do we got going on here? 3-0.
Well, Jeff has not played yet. He did have a first round bye. He's waiting to play Mr. Junior Rossman in the winner's side. So Junior beat Stefan 7-5, and that match has not been called yet. But we may end up having. Oh, I was about to say it just got called. I didn't know if it'd get called in time before this matchup ended. Jeff's about to play J.R. Rossman right now.
Looks like the table looks pretty good here. Probably going to go 2 rails out of the corner, spin back out. Unless if he rolls it, I think he might scratch in the side pocket. I think he has to elevate his cue a little bit.
He's definitely elevated from here. Absolutely is.
Spin underneath the floor. Oh, he banked the ball. Well, I guess.
Wow. And
I don't know
hangs up.
about that. Maybe he figures he's going to get another shot, but I don't want that. I don't like banking if I can cut him.
Yes.
I just do not like it. Especially on a table that'll come up short. They bank short. As these diamonds do, they bank short. So you really have to be precise on your banks.
It's funny you talk about that too, because we were the event I was doing last weekend. We were on 7-foot predators, and 100% I was testing out some of the banks earlier, and I was like, "Yep." I was like, "You have to let it open up. It always underbanks. It's like you're guaranteed by about for just a normal everyday bank. It's almost about a half diamond difference."
Right. So how are those new predator tables?
They're interesting. I enjoyed playing on them quite a bit.
Right.
I'll tell you the thing I love most about them, and I know it's going to sound silly, but I actually love the rack, because the rack has 3 points that touch the table, but the rest of the rack is floating above the table. In my opinion, is the best rack out there without you using a template rack.
Right.
I still think template racks take precedence, but they're wonderful.
That's interesting.
But yeah, no, the ones
floats, huh?
It floats, yeah. So there's only like 3 little points of the entire rack that touch the physical table, but the rest of the physical rack itself is above the table, and it's extremely difficult not to get a tight rack. Like I don't want to say it's impossible, but you have to almost be trying to not get a tight rack out of them. It's very interesting.
He wants to miss the 9.
Yeah, he needs to
drawing
leave
the
that 9
straight
alone.
back? Yeah, okay.
Yep, very well done. Yeah, because still there is a junior predator event across the U.S. It's awesome. I love the fact that that's going on. Absolutely love it. I still need to take a little bit of time out of my weeks to watch through some of the matches that just got done playing out. A lot of people have been talking about them, some of the pros, and
right.
I have not had a chance this week at all to look at any of those going on. Lots to learn from them, to say the least.
Well, looks like he's going to go up 4-0, which is a pretty big lead when you're racing to 7.
Yes, it is.
And playing this gentleman.
Shannon, just such a good run. Kyle's had a couple of opportunities. Not many, but he's had a couple against Shannon, which is nice to say the least.
Yeah.
I don't mind matches like this. I understand where people's skill are and stuff, or skills is at and everything, and what my expectation is of myself. But I always love matches where I'm like, you know what, it did come down to me. I had opportunities. I missed them, but I had the chance.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get a chance to run out and you don't, you can't blame nobody but yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, he cooks her. I didn't know that. I just watched him hit some balls, but he looked like he played pretty decent when I was watching. But maybe he's a little nervous.
Definitely can be, yeah.
Playing in front of his boss and everything.
Mm-hmm. Playing in front of his boss, playing in front of his friends.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, he was working hard last night. I know he's already been working hard this morning. So,
well, let's watch this break. He made 3 balls last time he broke.
I was laughing earlier. I was saying how if you make 4 or more on the break, give or take, the pool gods are going to ensure you don't have eyes on your next object ball.
Right. Well, he just made 2, which is okay. And the 1 ball does not go by the 3. So he'll either be rolling out, or I don't know what kind of safe he could play here. I think I'd just try to figure out a rollout where I could play safe off of it.
Castile, I don't know what the best tip is out there, but I will say I will soon be upgrading and going to the, who was it? I think it's the Kamui Athlete, if I remember correctly. I think it's Kamui makes the Athlete. I may be saying it wrong. Correct me, guys, if I am, but it's the Athlete tip. I was told it was made, that supposedly was like a hybrid style tip that was made for carbon fiber shafts. And I had a couple friends of mine give me really good feedback on it, but I think that's what I'm going to give a try to. But I'm always open to information. I think the kind of science behind their Q-tips is amazing to me.
Well, I don't know much about the science behind it, but I know one thing. When they start talking $80, $90, $100 for a tip, I'm out. That's all I can
I'm with
tell
you. I'm with you on that.
I used, when I was growing up, we used to use those old champions. They came from France. They were blonde in color. They were great tips, and they quit making them, and then I just used Le Pro my whole career, basically. A nice hard Le Pro. But, yeah, it's a little wild. You know, it costs you $80. Give me $25 to put it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that pricing gets up there for sure.
I know Nick Varner and myself, we both, when we were playing, we would wear the tip down to the nub. I mean, that tip, you couldn't see hardly any of the tip. I mean, I would literally play maybe 15 to 20 tournaments with one tip. I mean, and practice, too. I mean, it's just, we had it, because you could spin the ball so much. The smaller the tip, the more the ball's going to spin. And in reality, you know, there's two ways to control your cue ball. One is with speed, but the most important one is English. English is how you control your cue ball as you hit it off the object ball.
Yep.
That controls everything. Well, I guess it's safe to say that Shannon is probably going to win this match.
He's definitely running away with it. It is it's a tough boat to come back from 5-0.
Yeah. For anybody.
Yep. Castile, I'm not familiar with the Ultra Skin tip. Are you familiar with that tip at all? Have you heard of the Ultra
Skin? You talking
to me?
Yeah.
I've not heard of that one at all.
I thought you were talking to somebody.
No, I was talking to chat, but he was asking a question.
I am not. I see on Facebook sometimes on social media about all these new things, and I'm just an old school guy, and I don't mess with none of that. I've never hit a shot with a carbon fiber shaft, so I'm not up to date on the high technology stuff. I like the way wood feels in my fingers and my hand.
There we go. Jim, we got Mr. Davenport on the mic with us here. Jim just was on mic a little while ago, heading on home to get in his nap. That man was up here late working hard, back early in the morning. Guys, I always tell you my favorite thing about coming in here first thing before this tournament is to see all the tables beautiful clean, all the balls beautiful clean, already placed, chalk on the table. Like, it is such a presentation, and Jim ensures it happens every single time.
Yes, this is a very nice place. Very nice place that John has here, and they keep it clean, and it's a pleasure to play in here.
Yes, it is.
Well, here we go. The 4. Well, I guess you better go ahead and get on the 3 before I mention the 4. But the 4 is a little bit of a predicament here.
Do you prefer to be below it, shooting towards the top right-hand corner pocket, or above it, shooting towards the bottom right-hand?
You're talking about the 4?
I
always want to shoot it short rail if I can.
Yeah.
But this doesn't look like he's going to be able to shoot it short rail. I mean, I guess he could if he gets dead straight in. The points are always a problem when you're running past the side going down. I mean, you always are aware that, hey, they could just jump out and, bite you.
They definitely they take almost every opportunity with me for sure.
Well, I think I'd roll the 9 from this spot. I'd go ahead and try to make the 9. Get on the board.
Oh, a little 3-9 combo would be nice.
Don't play safe. Just go ahead and run it. Is he cutting it in the corner? He's going to cut it in, isn't he?
I feel like he is, yeah.
Oh, he tried to make it, yeah. Okay.
Oh, Castile on YouTube asking you, Mr. Davenport, says, what is the most break-and runs you've done in your lifetime? In a row, I'm assuming?
Is this tournament play, or is this actually gambling? I mean, because it's two different ones. At the U.S. Open in '80, I think 7, I ran 8 racks on Carlos Vieira, and I was in Nashville and ran 9 racks on a gentleman who had a little side action.
There we go.
So,
wow.
It takes an awful lot of luck, and you just, you get in some zone, but, you have to break and then get a shot, and then, so there's a lot of things that have to happen for you to run just one rack, really, if you think about it. If you break and make the ball and don't get a shot, well, you're not running that rack. So for that to happen that many times in a row, it's a little fortunate. All right.
Well, Kyle's got such an opportunity right here.
Yeah, he just looks like he doesn't really he doesn't move the cue ball to get in position for the next shot. You know what I mean? So he probably just stopped this right there. Yeah. See, now his cue's on the rail. The 8's down here. I got to get to the 9. So yeah, you have to maneuver the cue ball around to really, if you really want to play good. But like I said, he's in there. He's got the job he's doing. He's probably having fun doing it. I don't know if I would gonna order a hamburger right after he loses this match.
Right?
Yeah, well, it might be a little undercooked.
Right?
No, the food's good here. I'm just kidding.
Yes, it's amazing. Speaking of, they got their special again this time around for the pulled pork sandwich.
Pulled pork, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right.
He's on the board. Nicely done, Kyle. Way to go. Yeah, I like that shot he had right there to get onto the 9. That's a nice little, good firm follow through. Get back around, do a little 3-railer on it. It's a fun shot.
Yeah, for anybody to make that shot, especially when the cue ball's froze, it's very difficult. I don't know if my wife's listening, but I like to say hi to her. Hello, Aida. How are you doing, baby?
There we go.
There we go.
Definitely give the love to the wife and any family as well. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Lauren on Facebook side said, Kim, always a pleasure watching you play.
Well, that's nice. If I can put one smile on somebody's face, or they might learn one little thing by watching me. That's I've done my job then.
Yes, you have. Most certainly have. Is there anybody in the tournament you're excited to play against today that you're hoping you get a chance to go up against, if the cards fall that way, obviously?
No.
No? I was dying laughing the last one, by the way, whenever Shannon wasn't here and TK was playing. And TK at the end told me, he said, if you see Shannon, he's like, tell him, I said, thank you for not showing up. And I was dying laughing because come Monday, I literally walking to the cue ball billiards back home in Jacksonville, and Shannon's right there in the arena playing a guy. And I was just watching. I didn't want to interrupt their match at all. And Shannon came up to me and was asking how the tournament went and everything. And I said, oh, yeah, like Tommy has a message for you. He said, yeah? He's like, what's that? And I was like, Tommy said, thanks so much for not showing up. Oh, man, I love it.
Right. No, when I first started playing tournaments, I used to think, oh, well, this guy beats that. You just can't do it. Whoever you play, whoever wins, you're up. You can't wish for this guy to beat that guy. You're just, you're running up the wrong tree if you're trying to do that.
I definitely agree. Definitely agree. When you're super focused on how your opponent's doing, you're not focused on your game, and you're gonna make those critical errors.
For great players too, they're playing with the greatness that's inside them. They have to compete with that also, not just their opponent.
Yep, they definitely do. Yeah, that's a really good point. Add in that extra pressure that you're sitting there thinking everybody expects you to do this well and stuff like that, and you add that on top of your pressure you're already feeling in the tournament. Regardless, it can get to be a bit much.
Well, it is because you're trying to keep your place. If you're ranked 8th in the world, or you're ranked 10th, or you're ranked 2nd, what I mean. You're always under constant pressure to maintain or get better on that position that you're on. So I think he's loosened up a little bit. He's firing the ball there.
Nice little bank shot here. A little bit of distance on the 6, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I just have to try to go for it myself. I don't really. I mean, he's down 5-1, and I just don't really see any kind of safe unless he can try to get 6 ball behind the 8. But it's just too hard.
Yeah, I
just
feel
try to cut it in.
I feel like this is one of those what do you got to lose style situations.
Yeah. Well, he give it that good old try, I guess, but just a little difficult to do.
There's definitely a little space to be at least clip that 6 ball.
Yeah, he can cut it in. He might have to worry about the cue ball scratching down there, but I think he'll be able to double out of the corner. He might just shoot it so easy he don't have to double out. Oh, maybe he couldn't. Maybe he did get the cue ball behind the 6. Wow. Well, the only shot I see is just shoot it in the corner.
Yeah, you definitely got to take it in the corner. That side pocket's a trick.
I think he might be trying to just hook him behind the 8, have the 6 hit the 7. I just don't. I don't know. No, he was trying the shot to make it. Yeah.
Well, I'd say at least not a bad lead to an extent, but he's got a little distance on that cut there for sure. But I guess my real question is, what does he do about the 7?
Yeah, I don't know. Shannon, he don't like giving up nothing. I mean, usually, if you don't have anything, he'll play safe. But, yeah. Yeah, if he makes the 6, if he elevates his cue, he'll have a shot on the 7. He'll spin back off the rail for him. But he might just knock the 6 back up where the cue ball's at right now and leave the cue ball by the 7 if he don't like anything he sees.
Table 7, Janan versus Aaliyah.
What took him so long?
Table 7,
He nailed that perfectly, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Edie, there's definitely days where I enjoy watching more than playing. That's true, but sometimes I get these 12, 14-hour shifts behind the mic, and I'm just itching to be on a pool table for a moment.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was so excited to get to play in the free tournament last night. I was stoked. I was like, I'm not worried about how I'm going to do in the tournament. I'm just going to come here, have some fun, get out this extra energy that I have to actually get to be on these wonderful tables and get to enjoy the pool hall from this point of view and perspective. And it was phenomenal. Again, I would highly encourage you guys. You can have a 3-day weekend. I've posted this multiple times, but tomorrow, so every Sunday, they also have a weekly 9-ball tournament. So you can literally come up here for the first Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and have a little 3-day weekend of tournaments, essentially, that are, I mean, you're going to pay $75 total between all three.
Right.
Because the first one's free, this one's $50, and then tomorrow's $25. Get tons of table time, tons of matches, and have a really good time with it. So,
How many players did they have last night in the mini?
we had 29
Oh, wow,
players.
that's a good turnout.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was very proud. I love almost bragging about this to an extent because I had no expectations for myself going in. I just, again, was looking to have a good time. And if I would have beat the last guy I lost to, if I would have beat him and I had the opportunity to do so, I messed up on a very key shot that was well within my capability. But if I would have beat him, I would have been guaranteeing myself at least 4th place.
Well, so you finished 5-6?
5-6, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. I was very pleased with that.
29, yeah.
Yeah, Jim, thank you so much. Yep, got to love the game. That's 100% right, Jim. Got to love the game. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that comes in stream, even if you just stop by to say hi for a moment. Anybody that shares the stream out means a lot to me.
All right, just send the 1 ball, send the cue ball down table by the 5 ball.
Yeah, let that 2-3 play defensive for you.
Yeah, I don't know. He's elevating. I don't like this, but. Yeah, because the 1 will run into the 3, which will stop the 1.
Yeah, he's got a great defensive opportunity here. I know he's kind of had the ability to really swing for the hills, but he needs to hit the brakes on this one.
Okay, good shot.
Nicely done. Very well played. Very well played. I like that. Now, does Shannon go on the right-hand side and go onto that long rail past the 2?
He looks like he's going to try to lock him up. He's going to try to block him from having a shot.
Oh, nicely done. Very well played here. Yeah, I like that option. That's something you don't always see people do. People don't think about that. Of if you got to get ball in hand, regardless, tie something up. Maybe slow, even if it's something later on. Time like the 7-8. I've seen plenty of people miss that opportunity, and know they're gonna get ball in hand instead of thinking of like, hey, I get it, they can run out the rest, but if I tie up the 7-8 and kind of stop them for a moment, what does it matter if they can run the rest?
Yeah, I guess he's really putting the screws, so to say, to him there. He didn't want him to give him anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we go.
This should break out here some.
One, it's froze. It won't break much.
Oh, wow. Hey, you're right. I expect a little more from that.
All right. Oh. Casual safety play going on here the last few shots.
Oh, no. Oh, fair miss there on the scratch top left-hand corner, but 1-6 tied up now.
It looks like it. Yes, it does.
Yeah, I'm even trying to, like, maneuver and put my head past the booth here to kind of see if there's any space between them. I can't see it. It may be there, but I really can't see any space between them.
Maybe knock the one over there by the 5 or by the 2, 3. No, he decided to go 2 rails and out. Wasn't a bad shot.
Ooh.
All right, Shannon.
Think
Bank that one ball. Bank that one ball back and run out.
That would be a fun bank to see happen.
Either that or he might probably cut it in and come 3 rails around, going between the 8 and the 6.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the cue ball back where it's at and bounce off the rail and be straight on the 2. Like I said, though, he's awful cautious when he doesn't have a shot. He really likes to play safe. Yeah, there he goes.
John, I got you, bud. Let me repaste the bracket for you. 1 second here. I cheat and have a little notepad of all my links here. Just do a little copy pasta for you guys. Right there's the live bracket. Should be coming across the screen now for you. Well, this has been a very interesting little battle here for this rack.
Well, almost put me to sleep.
Oh, I love it.
So we got another one coming up here.
Yeah, as soon as any of this breaks up, this is, I'm gonna dare say run out central, though. I would say the 3 somewhat worrisome, but with where the 2 is, if you can pocket the 2 on the right-hand side pocket, be above that 3 for the bottom right.
If he can see it thin enough, he can make the 1 on the side. If he can see enough of it, I mean, if he's shooting at it, he ought to be able to make it. Yeah.
What a shot. Very well played. Nice.
All right, we're done with that now. No more 1 ball.
No
One's
more
gone.
1 ball.
One's gone. We can breathe now.
Oh, there we go. It's out of here. Oh, I love it. That's too good. It's so funny. Sometimes when the jukebox is not playing, it gets so quiet in here, and other times you can't hear yourself think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can tell the people are enjoying the gameplay right now. So many people are up on the rails here along the sidelines. It's drifting. Gonna come up short.
Well, this isn't an easy shot to get position on, but it's not the hardest. Might go into the rail first here. It's a possibility. Got to watch out for that 5 and the 4. No, he went straight down table. Yeah. Now he's going to have to. Well, as I look at it on the screen, it looks like he can just roll it in with a little kill English and roll right up to the 5. Shoot it very easy. Yeah. Right idea.
Hey, John, anytime, brother. And no, Mr. Tommy Kennedy is not here today. Somebody mentioned earlier said he was over in Vegas right now. But I will tell you, I know Tommy enjoys this tournament, though. Well, up on a lot of bottom right, if I'm seeing this correctly, a lot of outside.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
he's just
going
bumping it
defensive.
up to the rail.
feel like the bank's there, but he's going to be over this 6 ball a little bit.
Yeah, he's probably just going to knock the 3 ball down table, try to get the cue ball behind the 9.
Oh, brought it back to get
How
behind
about
the 8.
8? Yeah, I didn't. Wow, he really had enough there.
Man, that was nice. Even the crowd's looking back like, yeah, that was a good shot.
Pretty smooth, pretty
That was.
smooth.
That was enjoyable. Wow.
Okay. Snip it. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Thought he had it. It got so close. It was a good attempt. Guess maybe if he attacked that a little more, he would have had it.
Yeah, hit it a little harder and hold its angle.
Table 4, Charles Jones.
This should work out really well. I'm assuming it's going to be
Table
close to that
4,
bottom left-hand quadrant of
Charles
the
Jones
table
versus
here.
Jennifer Bryant.
Come against that right-hand
Table
long
4.
rail and scoot back over to the left.
He wanted to get
There
straight
we
in, so he didn't have to do that. But like I said, Shannon's just
Man,
he's a strong player. Bounce out, shoot it in the side pocket, and then game, set, match.
yep, call it a day. Shake hands and go about your way. And that's it. Very well played by Mr. Shannon Fitch, winning 7-1 against Mr. Kyle. Man, very well played. That was interesting that last rack coming down to a real big defensive battle like it did. I will say I got to give Shannon props, and even still Kyle too. There's plenty of people that don't have the patience with that. If a lot of players I know that are very fast-paced players, being up 6-1, they
Let me at it.
Yeah, they would have played a couple defenses, but by the time that third defensive option came up, they would have been done. They would have been slamming something a little hard and saying whatever, like let let the rack open up. I don't care if he wins this rack. Like I'm gonna get him on the next one. Like let's finish it. Let's get done. So that's interesting to see.
All right, beautiful. Well,
Mr.
I
Davenport,
enjoyed it.
appreciate you.
So,
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure.
Hopefully, I can stop back in and
Please.
do another match with you here. I'm going to go get ready to play. I would imagine
Yeah.
I'll be up fairly soon. Maybe get me a Coca-Cola or something to drink. Thank you again.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Davenport. Take care, sir.
We'll see you. Bye-bye.
See ya.